Hi, it's Brian. We're here at FarmTech today, and I ran into Heather Crean, one of our advisors, who's actually speaking at FarmTech. So I'm going to ask her if she would like to sit down and talk with me.
Hello.
Heather, do you have a moment?
Sure do.
Beautiful. Let's go.
All right.
So Heather, you're speaking this week at FarmTech.
Yes, I am.
What are you going to be speaking on?
I'm going to be bringing the relevant market information forward to the customers that are impacting their farm today, and then shape that into a discussion about how that impacts them. How do they make a decision? What's the plan? How do they come up with a plan? How do they bring discipline into the plan? And what are the ways that they can protect themselves? So the key is going to be, you get bombarded with all this information. Where do you get reliable sources of information? And then what do you do with it? That's the most important.
So there's lots of market outlook kind of presentations going on this week. What sets yours apart from the rest of them?
So we have feet on the ground. We're the only company that's speaking that isn't using external sources as our only source of information. So I'm going to bring the depth of what you and Dave bring to the table as far as the outreach that we could do along with analysis from USDA and StatsCan. So our feet on the ground is a big advantage, and that's one of the things that I'm going to highlight throughout the presentation.
Okay. I've noticed too that you kind of have a theme about rodeo and roping worked into your presentation. Why is that?
So that's because there's some similarities with both of them. One of them is about markets being unpredictable, just like the rodeo. So the conditions, the weather, the animals, you're relying on a lot of things to go right in order to be successful. And so you're dealing in a world of a lot of unknowns and trying to make a plan and be prepared and be nimble with that plan. So if there's changing conditions, whether it's with farming and it'll be political issues, or it could be some kind of production issue, a drought or something like that, or a delayed harvest, all those kinds of things that we can't predict. How do you change? How do you become nimble? What is it that you can do to protect yourself, or again, like have that plan A, but what's plan B? Mm-hmm. So that's the tie.
Mm-hmm. What do you think farmers are talking about during the show this January? What do you think of the hot topics right now?
So far, one of the big themes I've heard is about coronavirus and what's the impact there. So we'll take a focus on that, and it'll be more of a short-term focus versus long-term. Another one of the focuses is I still have my crop out under the snow. What's the impact of that? That would be the two big ones.
Yeah, there is actually, this being in Edmonton, there's actually quite a bit of crop still left in the field. So even with the current knowns in the marketplace, farmers have trouble sometimes acting on those because they don't even know if they're going to get the crop off in the spring. So what kind of advice would you give to a farmer like that?
I would say take a look at your numbers. Work with your local reps and elevators, whatever that is that looks like to you, and build your plan. There are programs out there. If you are one of the people that have canola under the snow still, there's programs out there you can take advantage of. So I would be working through that now. You don't necessarily know when it's going to come off, but I think so far everyone that I've been able to have a chat with believes that it's going to come off. It's just a matter of when. So I would be working on that plan right now. There's lots of ways you can protect yourself. If you want to stay in the market, or if you think that this market's going to turn around, like there's bigger discussion to be had than just like sell it and forget it.
So you have like 45 minutes to drive some pretty important points home. What do you hope that people will walk out of your presentation having learned?
I'd like them to walk out of there thinking about their plan. And how are they going to develop that plan? I want them to pay attention to all of the market factors, not just the factors that would support their bias. Don't be more bullish than the market. So that's one of the things that I've had a conversation with a lot through the years. And we've used that to be very strategic with some of our pricing points or our targets. So that if they want their $11 is a magic number, but technically 10.50 or 10.95 is the number that could trigger. You hold out for that extra 5 cents and you end up selling it for 50 cents. So to just be very realistic with what it is. The other one is be nimble and be prepared to change your plan with the changing market conditions.
So you're speaking Wednesday and Thursday here at FarmTech. Do you know what times you're speaking at?
Yes, so Wednesday I'm speaking at 4 o'clock and Thursday will be at 11:45.
Great. Well, congratulations on being invited here, and we look forward to seeing your presentation.
Thank you.